Have I told you about the poison map? It's a strange story, really. Not the kind of thing that I had thought possible. But it's true. All of it's true. How I came into the possession of this particular map, the poison map, goes beyond what I can offer here. But suffice it to say that I traveled for half a human lifetime, almost half a century with this map, the poison map. When traveling west one time, for example, across a high desert plateau, it was cold, December I think. The map indicated that I would soon be descending into a lush valley, in fact a broad alluvial plain with a village of copper-roofed houses on its far shore. Instead, I found myself ascending into high mountains, approaching what turned out to be a brightly colored festival of nomadic horsemen. When the map indicated that I would be descending a long ridge to a small lake amongst conifers, instead I found myself in an open meadow with Alto Cirrus trailing southwest. One time, when the map described a dignified street of ornate mansions, turreted balconies, with sweeping views out across the squirming city below, I instead found myself in a small wooden cottage by the sea, perpetually enshrouded in snow and fog. Try as I may, I could not make sense of it. Why was I perpetually lost? Why could I not find my way? Over time I grew ill with confusion, a confusion which matured into a deep fissure, a black gash in the earth, a deep canyon of melancholic depression, which even today I can recall more vividly than I wish. Of course, time after time, I sought the counsel of my fellow travelers, even with those who were trained as guides, and each time we would lay our respective maps out on the ground to compare, and each time, without exception, the maps would match up. No, they would say, your map is good. You must be misreading it. Before putting my map away, I would each time add whatever extra notation there was in the margins of that other map. But no, my friends, all my efforts were for naught. Years went by. My body grew old, and my geographic dystopia only compounded. In fact, it was a nightmare, a miasma of dislocation, a slow-motion shitstorm of disaster. Day after day of travel led me to places I could not name, until finally, in the sudden light of one particularly clear, cold morning, it was decided that, no, the map is wrong. That map is wrong. So on that day, with a clear view of some 100 miles in all four directions, with the San Juans to the west, the Sangre de Cristo to the east, in the land of what we now call New Mexico, I took that old map, with its frayed edges and broken through creases, crumpled it into a tight ball, and used it to start a fire. That map, that day, warmed me well. So I've carried on without the poison map. The earth, it turns out, is a map of itself, one-to-one. Each thing, each place, each moment itself. Exactly.